Hey, you guys. Wild hair don't care. Sometimes I just can't tame the beast, and I can't be angry about it because when I was younger, growing up, I had really thin hair, and long story short, I thought I was in this fear-based thing that I was going to be bald or lose my hair, and I was terrified of that because even though I didn't have the prettiest hair, the curliest hair, which I always dreamed of natural curls or whatever, I did have hair that did what I wanted it to, which was kind of cool. Anyway, welcome. Welcome to the new people. Welcome back to those who are here and coming back. Thank you. Um, Lots to tell, lots to say. And I shall not let my tongue get in the way because Spirit is here with me today to talk to you along the way. So, let it slide, let it roll downhill. Let that shit go, my friend. It's your free will. They're so great. I love channeling. Speaking of, I've been writing songs and just like, I don't know about you guys, but like Aries season has been amazing for me. I'm a triple fire Sag. My moon's in Scorpio, so I'm feeling all of this energy right now. Um, and I have to say that I've been struggling. It's like I feel like I have multiple personalities right now. And the ones that are struggling the most, the control, still there, still there, still there. That shit's programmed deep. It's literally in my DNA. Even now, like I wanted to wear my hat a different way, and they said no this way, and I was like, because sometimes when I wear it this way, I feel like I look like a fucking Puritan, like a bad pilgrim that killed witches like me. And then I realized, like, no, it's there to teach me a lesson and, like, not associate something, not attach a memory or an emotion to an inanimate object. Is that the right word? Inanimate? So I'm waking up. I feel like this astrological year, man, I'm fucking waking up on so many levels. It's like my art is just out there. And I realize, like, when we're in that energy, that's when we really have to flow with it. You know, I'm struggling because I have moments where, like, I'm cool, man. Like, I can handle this tiny home. 7 years, I'm okay. I got this, you know. Yeah. And then I have days like today where I'm like, oh my God, everything needs to be cleaned, right? Because I can't just keep up with the house, you know. And I was thinking about this. I'm one of those people that loves laundry. I love it. I don't know what it is, but I love putting shit in the fucking washer that's dirty. And there's something about it coming out clean, and it's like, hallelujah. But I also love hanging it on a line with a beautiful wind coming through. Let it air dry through nature instead of like in a metal machine, you know, even with, you know, essential oils and stuff like that. Um, I'm really looking forward to air drying again. I know I'll use a dryer, of course, for certain things, but I'm just having a moment, you know, I'm like having these moments where I feel like I felt like I was being duped for a long time. Thank you, Spirit. I just got the chills. And I felt like I owed something. Like I owed something to Spirit. I know what I did. You know what I mean? Like, you know what you did. Even if nobody knows certain things that you did, Spirit knows what you fucking did. Karma knows what you did. And they will fucking come for you, man. Karma is the queen. But there's like a mass posse. I've been seeing all these interesting movies where, like, when somebody done wrong and they die, like these like dark like beings come for them and like drag them. And I think there's something really fucking powerful about that because it's shadow, right? It's literally just a metaphor for us being dragged back to shadow because we need shadow. Without light, you know what I mean? Like we need the balance of it. And so I feel like the next 3 years where while Saturn is in Pisces, karma was one of the main words that stuck out to me. There were a lot of them: discipline, boundaries. Those were my three favorites that stuck out because I realized that no one's going to escape it. And even people who we think are like the, sweetest, nicest person, you don't know what the fucking shit they're doing. You don't know the fucking shit they're doing. I knew this person once who was in the age bracket of being an elder for sure and very powerful witch. And I will tell you, as much as they were light and beautiful and airy and artsy and whatever, there was a darkness in them that was coming out. I was like, at first I thought it was funny and kind of amusing, because I was like, good for her, man. I'm like, you get yours, girl. Like, you fucking do what you need to do. We were really good friends. Um, and I think some people, I was in my 40s and she was in her 70s, and I think people were like, really? And I was like, yeah, dude. Like, it's because I always felt like I was talking to like somebody who, you know, and they never treated me like I was young and didn't know anything. But when they were working through their shadow, I couldn't hold space for them. I was way too much, I just couldn't do it. I wasn't there. And so it's like, I feel like right now, Spirit's trying to show us, like, we are just, what did you call it earlier? Oh, Spirit said, we are just light source having a human experience. We are just light source having a human experience. And the reason why you pick your signs and like the life you want to lead and all that, it's like, I'm playing the character of Tallulah Kelly, Lula Kelly, who was born Kelly Ann Wazalowski, who became Kelly Varma. Tried to be a dutiful wife, but it didn't work for me because it just caused strife for both of us, right? Like so many things, ebbs and flows in my beautiful fucking journey, my soul college. Like it's been, I used to call it my life college, but now I'm starting to realize it's really my soul college. It's my fucking soul college, man. So this is your soul college too. And it's not even college. You can call it whatever you want to call it. It's just my, like, it's the way I'm looking at it, right? Like, if you look at it through the eyes of human experience, where we go to school. And college has been this, like, unattainable dream. And then it was like, here, now it's a dream. And then, it's like, shame on the government for fucking taking money from students to go to school. I held out, man. I fucking held out. I held out. And because Spirit told me to. And to this day, I've never paid a student loan. And my college, I was in a lawsuit with them because of just the inappropriate behavior and how much they used me and my accolades to like, and they weren't, giving me like the kickbacks. And then I had a partial scholarship. And then when I demanded a full scholarship, they were like, oh, well, we'll give you this, we'll give you, all these little things. They would always like kind of like bait me and give me something else I wanted or whatever. And then finally, when I was leaving and they knew I was leaving, they're like, why would you leave? Like, you're so close. You only have like another semester, like maybe 2 semesters. And I was like, because I'm not your fucking puppet. And I came here, what I wanted to do here, I went in for fashion design and I was like, all I said was, if I make it to draping, I'll know at that point, because the way I used to always play with like fabric and my dolls and just like myself and like, trying to put fabrics together or looks together, and then trying to translate that into actually designing anything. But it was really cool because when it came to the end of it, draping, I was in my draping class and my professor, she was so fucking amazing and a witch. Now I know everything. Like she was so meant to be in my path and everything. She was the one that told me to leave school. And she's like, you should go to Portland. Because at that time, she's like, this is like almost 12 years ago. She said, Portland's really blowing up right now. And all these people from Project Runway are, they're saying it's going to be the next, fashion mecca. And she's like, that's all you, like you should go. And you kind of got this like city chic meets the Northwest. And anyway, aesthetic and everything. So I did, and I moved here. And there's so many things that have happened to me during that time, but I learned in a short time how much the fashion was not ready there at that time. I don't know what it's like now, but at that time it was not 12 years ago. I tried though, I really did. And their biggest runway show, one of their biggest runway shows of the year, I think it might have been their biggest, was an hour and 40 minutes late. Mm-hmm. And I heard somebody say, this is normal. And I go, oh no, no, it's not. I'm like, no, it's not. At that point, I'd worked like 30 something runway shows. And my last one was like the Chanel, Paris, Shanghai couture collection. I was like, no, no. You really think like all of these people would wait around for an hour and 40 minutes? No, it would be like an outcast. It would be like that would be like the end of that. You know what I mean? Like it would be so over because that fucking world is so unforgiving. At least it was then. And I was like, I looked at them and I literally said, so you think Anna Wintour would wait an hour and 40 minutes for the show to start? And they're like, who's Anna Wintour? And I'm like, I was like, and this was like one of like the heads of the show. And I said, you don't know who Anna Wintour is. And I know I was being a dick. But I was like, come on. And and what I realized was, I wasn't mad at them. What I realized was I wasn't ready to commit to start the fashion scene there because what they were trying to do is the fashion scene there was trying so hard to be all these different things, but nobody was like, it was like a hodgepodge, but like nothing really made sense. And I think there was kind of a cool underground fashion world, but like it didn't appeal to me. It didn't work for me. And I was like, maybe I'm just not meant to do fashion. And I was like, maybe I was just meant to go to college and learn all that shit. I'm like, I don't know. But I will say that a shadow inside of me started to fucking grow because I thought, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I here? And then I kept trying to move back to LA because I was just like, I went to school in Chicago, moved to Northwest, and I was like, maybe I just need to get back to the sun, move back to LA, like, be more. I know the fashion down there is super fucking awesome and it's all over the place, but in a good way. And anyway, but I couldn't get there. No matter what, Spirit wouldn't let me like go. They were just like, you're not meant to be there. You're not meant to be there. And then it was like the more I tried to be in the fashion world, the more the spirit world kept coming into mine. And then I slowly started to figure out who I was and what I was supposed to do and work for the divine. And so the fashion's just part of me. It always will be. And I don't know if I'll ever make clothes or make jewelry again, but I do know this, that I'm going to be making some cool shit. Alder started making rattles. I am going to be making pendulums. I'm going to be making a lot of different shit. I don't know if I'm going to do an Etsy page yet, but there is a local flea market here in the summer, and we are going to start there and kind of see how it goes. And if you guys are interested in anything like that, let me know. Or leave in the comments below if that sounds like something where you'd be like, yeah, dude, I'd buy that shit. We're trying to figure out. Also, I know a lot of you, thank you so much for offering, especially Anna, thank you so much for offering to help with the that cool piece of furniture that I want. It's still available. I keep checking. It's still available. Here's the deal. It's like we have money built up in our equity, but I just can't find, it's like right now, right, we are literally like just like going along the way I feel like we're supposed to. So I kind of feel like spirit's like, let's just kind of see how this goes. Like if people want to contribute to your journey, because we're first time, home buyers. This has been a really hard experience of those of you who've like followed our story. And it's so much harder than I thought it was going to be. However, we've always been provided for whenever we needed, food, whenever, we got off of all assistance last year. Like we were just like, you know what, this is it. Like we are going to make it on our own. We are not going to, and so everything we do, everything that we have has been from hard work, nothing's being handed to us anymore. And, not that the food, I mean, we needed that. We were both not in good places. We needed assistance. We needed help. Um, but we're so strong now, and also locally where we live, we're so blessed to have so many food banks. 1541 angel number if you're interested. um thank you, spirit. It's also the number 11. Angels, yeah, there's angels everywhere. And so, I know there's food banks if we need food, and there's like a local restaurant that is donation only, or you don't have to pay anything. And that is like the coolest thing ever. We haven't It hasn't gotten that far yet, but so I want this piece of furniture? Fuck yeah. But it's like, do I need it? No, so it's like I to borrow against our equity in the house. I don't feel like I'm meant to do that. So I feel like this is also because it's been really hard for me to ask for help, because throughout my life, most of my life, I've never asked for help. I've always done things on my own. But when I did need help, I would be shamed for it, or pitied for it, or like bullied, like, you better pay this back, kind of thing. And I'm like, oh gosh, what did I do? So I learned at a very early age that I just didn't want to take anything from anyone. Then that way our relationships always stay steady. There's no fucking, when you get money involved in relationships, it can get really shady and really dark. And it can change the energy between you. So, long story short, I am going to be posting things about it, pictures. I do want to show you guys it because it's pretty fucking cool. I'm not, I'm doing this thing where I'm like, I'm not going to post anything until like, if it's still available, then I'll post it. You know what I mean? And also Alder and I are building a PayPal account because, um, hold on. Well, I guess you guys don't care. My nose is running a little. We're building a PayPal account because we want to, all of the art and the things that we make, we want to put it together on one, so that we can, use it for whatever we need. Hopefully we'll get to a point where, I'm happy to pay taxes, but when I don't even make enough to pay taxes, you know, you're kind of like, all right. So yeah, dream furniture would be awesome. I will put a link. There's a link to my Venmo. I'll put a link to my Venmo in the comment section. And I will, when we get our PayPal link together, thank you, Anna. We are devising a new one. I will put that in there as well. And then, like, when I post the picture of the furniture, I'll put them, in the comments there. So it's going to be this weekend, which is really cool because I feel like we kind of have to get this going. So, any ideas for names? We have a lot of cool names floating around that we want to name it. So at first we were like, Alder and Lula's journey, and Tallulah and Alder's adventure, or whatever, um, that's kind of cute. Did we say that one? Because I'm like, now I kind of like that one. We'll see. But it is because it's like, we've been home free, you know, uh, we have shelter, but we live off grid, and we're waiting for the house. And now it's like we're just waiting for the bathroom to be finished, but now there's an issue with the floor, and so they're redoing the part of the floor, and we will get in when we get in. I've stopped wishing and hoping because I know it's going to be in due time. In a perfect world, we will get in there before Mercury goes into retrograde on April 21st next month in real time. Today is March 25th. And happy birthday to our Aries family. Yeah, I feel like this channel is growing and in a really cool way too. You know, it's been interesting. We have a lot of young people that are here, and you know, I just hope that they're. I don't put age restrictions, but I also say it's not made for kids, and so I always hope that if you're watching this, that you made sure that you spoke with your parents about it, because we want you here, we love you. Something brought you here, but we just want to make sure that you're here in the greatest and highest good of all. So yeah, also this Lemurian crystal yesterday, I was in look at that. I was in a grocery store and this wanted to come with me, and there was this beautiful angel in there. We had this really cool encounter, and I thought I heard spirit say give her the crystal. But I was a brat and I kept it because I've only had it a short time. Because every time I get a Lemurian crystal, I gotta pass it on. I'm like, can I just hang on with it a little longer? You know, I'm just. So I said, I'm so sorry. I'm like, please bring her back into my orbit. Luckily, we shop at the same grocery store, so I'll let spirit. They'll tell me when. I'll keep it with me. And maybe I was supposed to give it to somebody else, or maybe I was just supposed to show it to her. I don't know. But I got a little bratty about it because I just got it. I want to play with it for a little bit longer. But I know that they need to move on. I've probably downloaded all the messages I'm meant to, and I know it needs to move on, but it's hard. Oh, I also haven't done a, you know what, this reminds me because they want me to do a video with it, but like out in the sunshine, something really magical. Yeah, I bet I was just supposed to. So you know what? I'm going to send her Lemurian crystal magic. Beautiful fairy angel yesterday. She was so cute. She was talking, we were just talking about like life and, oh, because this song came on and we were both like, I don't know what it is, but the last few times I've gone into my grocery store, they're playing like really cool, groovy 70s music, but like the good shit from like the summer, you know, like summer breeze makes me feel fine. You're like, and I swear to God, it's like the same age group of people. It's like my age, like 50 to like 75. And we're all just like, and I don't know what it is. It's this time of day that I go on this one day and it was just kind of rad. And I'll look around every so often. I'll see people like grooving, you know. And I saw this one older lady, and she was like really getting into it. And I was like, "Fuck yeah, girl!" I was just, I don't know. The world is awesome. So I send this Lemurian healing energy to all of them. I'm learning too. I'm going through my own shit. There's a lot of heavy stuff going on, you guys. 2213, but don't let it get you down. Cause listen, here. I wanted to talk to you because I was actually setting up to do the waxing crescent reading, which is the second moon phase. The title is East of the Full Moon, Earth Shadow. Because we're not quite in first quarter moon yet, are we? We're in sliver stage. We're not halfway there. We're in sliver stage. So we're still in the Earth Shadow. Spirit is saying enjoy the fire, but make sure you get connected to the stay connected to the earth, but work with your shadow. Ooh, I got the chills. East of the full moon. Anything else? I didn't know I was channeling. I just thought we were doing a little Tallulah talk. Maybe we'll do something else. Maybe we'll throw a different title into this one today. Thank you, Spirit. You can close your eyes or not close your eyes. You can be wherever you want to be. Thank you, Spirit, for blessing our minds, our bodies, our souls, for bringing us back to self, to the heart chakra. I've been trying to fix my medicine bag, and it used to go perfectly. It broke, and I need to fix it. It used to go perfectly on my heart chakra, and now it's somewhere between my solar plexus and my heart chakra. So I feel like that's the energy Spirit wants us to keep working on, is our solar plexus and our heart chakra. And for some of us, the throat chakra. Not everybody. If you're speaking your truth and you're feeling good, go with that. But do it with love and grace always. Speak your truth with love and grace always. Work on your heart chakra. Connect to inner self, your soul healing, your love for yourself. Love yourself first, and then you can love anybody you want. But in the words of RuPaul, If you don't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love anybody else? In the solar plexus, work with your confidence. But don't let the shadow of ego rule your world. If you want to be famous, ask yourself why. If you want to be rich, ask yourself why. If you want the best car in the world, ask yourself why. If you need to have that big house, ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. Why do you need it? And what do you need it for? To impress the neighbors next door? Who gives a shit? And you know what? The more shit you have, you got to keep up with it. I have learned in my experience in living in a tiny home, tiny living, it's wonderful and it's beautiful, but it can be unforgiving, especially with multiple entities inside a small space. Make sure you understand each other with love and grace, because it's the only way you're going to make it. I tell you this true because it's happened to me. And it may happen for you. Maybe it's time to tone down detachment, attachment. What are you attached to? What do you need to let go? What are you harnessing and not letting go? Fire rises higher with air when it breathes. But if you take the oxygen out of the room, the fire will die. And no more heat for you to get by. So, with that being said, have fun. Don't stress. Be a TED talker. Spirit is funny. They're funny motherfuckers. They really are. From all different worlds and all different places and all different spaces. This is your avatar. Have fun with it. Thank you, Spirit. And stretch. I just channeled a little bit. That was fun. Oh, Leslie Jordan's been coming to me. Hi, Leslie. Oh, he was like, that was fun. Ah, Leslie. Yes. Oh, yeah, I channel them all, man. Ooh, Prince is coming through too. He's talking and saying, oh, this kind of like I'm feeling this like vibe of writing music and not caring what people think. And maybe you have an insignia for a name because you don't believe in labels, or like Deepak Chopra says, his assumed identity is Deepak Chopra. My assumed identity is Lula Kelly. Tallulah Kelly. But I created this energy, this entity. Do you know, when I was a child, I used to write cursive L's all the time. I had no idea. My name was Kelly. There were no L's. Kelly Ann Wazalowski, K-A-W. There were no L's, but I always loved L's. And then when Spirit brought Tallulah to me, or Tallulah awakened in me, I had this vision one time, and I was like watching a movie, and all I could see was this woman from the back, and she looked like she was like maybe in her mid-60s, and all these children were around her, and she was telling a story. And then as I got closer, I heard them all say, tell us another story, Lula, and they were just like, they kept calling her Lula. And then she looked over and it was me. And I was like, oh, it was me older. It was really cool. Although it was like me older, like in a different energy. But Spirit was like, that's how you see yourself. But like, this is who I really am, if that makes any sense. Because it was like, I kind of look like a little, not that there's anything wrong with it, but I look like a really like really, really short, cute, chubby grandma, like short hair, like kind of what I always thought growing up as a child born in 1971 of like what I thought 65 would look like. But they were like, 65's any way you want it to look like. I'm 51 now. That's 14 years away. Less than now. Because because I'm closer to 52 than I am to 51. It's over. I'm 3 months in. Anyway, you hear me? You feel me? So don't have any more preconceived notions. Get out of that shadow and that darkness of the past because it's holding you back. And we're going to keep talking about stuff, and we're going to keep connecting with spirit and the Lemurians, the star seeds. And I know they'll have me do this crystal video when it's time. I don't know which channel it'll be on, this one or Magical Medium, but make sure to subscribe to both if you're into both. If you're not, by the way, we are working with the Fairy Tarot today. This deck, we're working with the Fairy Tarot. And we are working with the Spirit Animal Guides. So for our Waxing Crescent reading, I hope you show up. I never know which video is going to be out first. So maybe they'll be simultaneously. I don't know. But anyway, you'll find the other reading, the tribe reading there. Oh, also they wanted me to let you know that, thank you, Spirit, that I'm being pulled to do a spring forecast picker reading. And I believe that's going to happen this Monday on the 27th. Let me see what they got for me. We've got, yeah, Moon Day. So yeah, we'll be still in the Waxing Crescent energy because the first quarter moon's not until Wednesday the 29th. So yeah, this Moon Day coming up on the 27th. What day is that? Numerology, I was thinking. Let's see, so 3, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Ooh, that's a 10. Ooh, that's a completion. That's interesting. That's interesting. So the spring forecast is going to be really interesting, you guys. There's a lot of cool shit happening. You know, eclipse season, Mercury retrograde, planetary alignment shit, like fucking magical shit's going on. So, so stay tuned for that reading too. You might want to subscribe over to the Magical Medium for that reading when it comes out, because I don't know. I believe I'm shooting it on Monday. Can't guarantee when it'll be out. And I got to go because I got to save my voice because I have a lot going on right now. And I need to take a breather. So until next time, take good care of yourselves and each other. And I'll see you, for those of you who are interested, I'll see you at the Waxing Crescent reading. I love you so much.